Welcome to HT Wisdom. If you're over 60, this message could save your life. As we age, our bodies start sending us warning signs, sometimes soft whispers, other times loud alarms, but too often, we brush them off as just getting older. The truth is, certain symptoms can be signs of something serious, even life-threatening. You deserve to know what to look out for, because catching these signs early can make all the difference. This isn't about fear, it's about awareness and taking care of yourself. Let's walk through 6 critical symptoms you should never ignore. Your health is worth it. Let's talk about a type of tired that's not normal. This isn't the kind of tired you feel after mowing the lawn, grocery shopping, or chasing grandkids. This is deep, bone-crushing exhaustion that comes out of nowhere and won't go away, even after a full night's sleep. If you're waking up already worn out, or if everyday tasks like walking to the mailbox, cooking dinner, or even brushing your teeth feel like running a marathon, that's a red flag. Don't tell yourself, it's just old age. That kind of fatigue isn't normal. And it's not something you should try to push through. Doctors say this level of exhaustion can be an early warning sign of serious conditions like heart failure, kidney disease, or even cancer. Your body is using everything it has just to keep going, and it's trying to tell you something's wrong. This isn't fixed with coffee, a nap, or a day off. And if you used to be active, walking, gardening, enjoying your day, but now you feel wiped out after the smallest activity, that change is worth paying attention to. It could mean your heart isn't pumping like it should, or that your organs are struggling to do their job. In many cases, we see this type of fatigue show up before any major diagnosis is made. That's why timing matters. If this sudden exhaustion started recently or is getting worse, don't wait. Keep track of when it began, how long it lasts, and what makes it worse. Then, call your doctor. It's always better to find out early than to regret waiting. Fatigue that's interfering with your daily life is your body's cry for help. Listen to it. You know yourself better than anyone else, so when something feels off, trust that instinct. Taking action now could lead to early detection, better treatment, and more good years ahead. You've got too much life left to live to let this slide. If you suddenly feel a heavy pressure in your chest, like someone sitting on you, don't wait. Don't lie down, and don't assume it's just heartburn. Call 911 right away. Too many people, especially folks over 60, make the deadly mistake of brushing off chest pain. They think, it's probably just gas, or, I'll sleep it off. Big mistake. Chest pain, especially if it feels like squeezing, crushing, or tightness, could be the beginning of a heart attack or an aortic dissection, both of which can kill you in minutes. And no, it doesn't always feel like in the movies. You may not fall to the ground clutching your chest. It might start as a mild discomfort, spread to your neck, jaw, back, or arm. You might feel nauseous, dizzy, start sweating for no reason, or feel like you can't catch your breath. These are all red flags that something is very wrong. Even more dangerous? Aortic dissection, a tear in the main artery, can feel like a stabbing or ripping pain that shoots through your chest or back. It's fast, deadly, and if you wait, it's game over. The number one thing to remember is this: don't try to tough it out. This is not the time to be stubborn or embarrassed. Minutes matter. The faster you get help, the better your chances of surviving and recovering without long-term damage. If you're having chest pain that's severe, sudden, or simply feels different, play it safe. Call emergency services. Chew an aspirin if advised. And don't drive yourself. Sit down, stay calm, and wait for help. Your heart is not something to gamble with. We lose too many good people every year because they ignored that pain or waited just a little too long. Don't be one of them. You've worked too hard and come too far in life to let something like this take you out without a fight. Listen to your body. When your chest talks, don't argue, act. If you're sitting in your favorite chair or walking slowly through the house and suddenly feel like you can't catch your breath, don't ignore it. That's not just getting older, that's your body waving a big red flag. Unexplained shortness of breath is serious. It could mean your heart isn't pumping properly. Your lungs are filling with fluid. Or worse, there's a blood clot in your lungs, what doctors call a pulmonary embolism. That's the kind of thing that can go from, I feel off, to, this is life-threatening, in minutes. We're not talking about being winded after climbing stairs. We're talking about feeling like you're suffocating while doing almost nothing. If you can't lie flat without gasping for air, or you wake up in the middle of the night choking or panicked, your heart or lungs are in trouble. Congestive heart failure often shows up this way. So does a silent heart attack. That's right, not all heart attacks come with chest pain. Some only show up as breathlessness, fatigue, nausea, or cold sweats. And if you've recently had surgery or been sitting still for a long time, on a plane, long car ride, or in a recliner, you're at higher risk for a blood clot. Bottom line, if breathing suddenly becomes difficult or feels off, don't chalk it up to age or stress. Sit down, stay calm, and call your doctor or 911 if it's severe. It's always better to be told it's nothing than to wait and realize it was something life-threatening. When you can't breathe right, your body is telling you loud and clear, something's wrong, and you deserve to take that seriously. Getting checked early could mean avoiding a hospital stay, or even saving your life. Remember, your breath is your lifeline. Don't gamble with it. If you're suddenly short of breath, act fast. Losing weight without even trying might sound like a blessing, but after 60, it can be a serious red flag. If the pounds are falling off and you haven't changed your eating habits or exercise routine, it's time to stop and pay attention. Sudden, unexplained weight loss is not normal, and it's often a sign that something deeper is going on inside your body. Doctors say this could be an early warning of cancer, heart failure, diabetes, or a serious metabolic issue. In fact, for many older adults, drastic weight loss is one of the first signs that something is very wrong. Certain cancers, like pancreatic, lung, or digestive cancers, can start burning up your body's energy long before you feel any pain. It's not just about losing fat, your muscles start breaking down too, leaving you weak, frail, and vulnerable to infections or falls. Other causes include thyroid problems, chronic infections, or your body simply not absorbing nutrients the way it used to. If your clothes feel looser, your belt needs extra notches, or people keep saying, you've lost weight, and you haven't done anything to cause it, don't brush it off. Losing more than 5% of your body weight in a short amount of time without trying? That's not aging, that's a sign you need to see your doctor. This kind of weight loss can sneak up on you, and by the time you notice it, you may already be in a dangerous zone. You deserve to know what's going on in your own body. So get your blood work done. Ask the tough questions, and don't leave the doctor's office without real answers. Early detection is key, especially when it comes to serious illness. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes to reverse the damage. So don't think, well, maybe it's just stress. If you're dropping weight without trying, your body is trying to tell you something. Listen to it, and act before it's too late. If you, or someone you love, suddenly starts acting confused, forgetful, or just off, don't ignore it. This is not just getting older or having a senior moment. Sudden changes in memory, mood, or behavior can be a sign that something serious is happening in the brain. We're talking about possible strokes, brain infections, or even early signs of Alzheimer's or dementia. If someone who's usually sharp starts mixing up names, forgetting familiar places, slurring their speech, or getting easily frustrated or paranoid, that's not normal aging, it's a red flag. One of the most dangerous things we see in older adults is when family members shrug off these symptoms, thinking it's just part of getting old. It's not. A stroke, for example, can cause sudden confusion or loss of balance, and if it's a mini-stroke, TIA, the symptoms might only last a few minutes before disappearing. But that's your warning, a big one, that a major stroke could be coming next. Brain infections, like urinary tract infections that spread or viral illnesses, can also cause older adults to become suddenly disoriented or even hallucinate. We call this delirium, and it's common, dangerous, and often missed. There's also rapid onset dementia, which can sneak up fast and rob a person of their awareness in a matter of weeks. And here's the truth. This kind of mental decline is treatable in many cases if caught early. That's why you can't afford to sit back and watch it happen. If mom suddenly doesn't know where she is, or dad starts repeating himself over and over, get help immediately. Take notes, write down when it started, and bring that info to the doctor. Don't assume they'll snap out of it. You know your loved ones better than anyone. If they're not acting like themselves, there's a reason. Every minute matters when the brain is in trouble. The faster you act, the more likely you are to catch and treat the problem before it becomes permanent. So don't wait. If something's not right upstairs, get medical attention, fast. A stomachache is one thing, but deep, sharp, or lasting pain in your belly is something else entirely. If you're having severe abdominal pain that won't go away or keeps coming back, don't just grab the antacids and hope for the best. This could be your body's way of telling you something serious is happening on the inside. Doctors say that persistent or intense stomach pain can point to life-threatening conditions like a ruptured abdominal aortic aneurysm, intestinal blockage, or pancreatitis. A ruptured aneurysm happens when a weakened section of your body's biggest artery, your aorta, tears open. It feels like a deep, unrelenting pain in your lower stomach, back, or side. Some people describe it as a pulsing, stabbing sensation that gets worse with every heartbeat. If this happens, you don't have time to wait. It's a medical emergency that can become fatal in minutes. Then there's intestinal ischemia, where blood flow to your intestines suddenly gets cut off. It can happen from a twisted bowel or a clot, and it's extremely dangerous. You might feel bloated, sick to your stomach, or unable to have a normal bowel movement. Ignoring it can lead to tissue death or sepsis. Other red flags include pain after eating, which might point to gallbladder attacks or pancreatitis, inflammation of the pancreas. These cause intense pain, often in the upper abdomen or under the ribs, and it can spread to your back. If meals make the pain worse, don't just assume it's acid reflux or something you ate. If your belly feels swollen, hard, tender, or painful for hours, get to the ER. Add in symptoms like fever, vomiting, or feeling faint, and you've got a recipe for something far more serious than gas. Too many people, especially seniors, wait too long, thinking it'll pass, but by then, it's often too late. Here's the bottom line. Don't try to tough it out. Severe stomach pain is not normal. If it hits suddenly, lasts more than a couple of hours, or gets worse, get help, fast. Your gut is smarter than you think, and when it's in pain, it's usually for a reason. Here's the truth. If you notice any of these symptoms, don't sit around waiting for them to go away. Time is everything when it comes to your health. If your body suddenly changes, whether it's crushing chest pain, shortness of breath, confusion, weight loss, or fatigue that doesn't make sense, you need to take action. Don't wait for your next routine checkup. Don't try to tough it out. And definitely don't write it off as just part of getting older. That mindset can be deadly. Call your doctor. Go to urgent care. Call 911 if it's serious. You are not being dramatic, you're being smart. So many seniors ignore warning signs because they don't want to be a burden, or they're afraid they'll go to the doctor and hear bad news. But let's be honest, not knowing is worse. Early action can mean the difference between catching something in time and letting it turn into a full-blown emergency. And if your doctor brushes you off, speak up, get a second opinion. This is your life on the line, not theirs. Keep a notebook of your symptoms. Write down when they started, what you felt, and how often they happen. Bring that to your appointment. Be your own advocate. You've lived long enough to know when something's not right. Trust that inner voice. You're not just imagining things. And you're not being a hypochondriac. Your body talks to you for a reason. It's your job to listen, and your doctor's job to figure out what it's saying. The sooner you act, the better your chances of treating the problem before it turns serious. Whether it's your heart, lungs, brain, or digestive system, catching it early gives you options, control, and better outcomes. Don't let fear, pride, or hesitation stop you from doing what's right. Your life is worth protecting. Your health is worth fighting for. Take these warning signs seriously, and take action when they show up. You owe it to yourself, and to the people who love you. Alright, friend, if you're still here, that tells me something. You care about your health, and you should. You've made it this far in life, and you deserve to enjoy every year with strength, clarity, and peace of mind. The truth is, our bodies don't lie. When something's wrong, they speak up. The problem is, most folks ignore the signs until it's too late. Don't let that be you. If something feels off, don't brush it off. Don't say, it's probably nothing, or, I'm just getting old. You know your body better than anyone. Listen to it. Speak up. Get checked. Early action saves lives, maybe even yours. If this video helped open your eyes to something, drop a comment below. Have you ever ignored a symptom and later realized it was serious? Share your story. It might help someone else. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so we can keep bringing you real, life-saving wisdom. We're in this together. Until next time. stay sharp, stay safe, and as always, stay wise with HT Wisdom.